Hi, this is Greg Lowe. This is another tool in the SDU Tools series on list user heap tables. This is an update to a previous version of this same tool. We've expanded it in version 27 in this case. So look, while there are tables that are best structured as heaps, most tables work best with a clustered index, particularly if there are other non-clustered indexes associated with the table. But what we often find is that when people end up with heaps, it's often that it ends up that way by accident, not by design. And importantly, this tool then helps you go and find any tables that are heaps. You could then decide whether that's appropriate or not. The other thing that the tool does that an earlier version of this did not do is it returns a page count and a number of forwarded record pointers. And so in this case, I've said in the AdventureWorks database, I'm looking at all schemas, all tables. I could have comma delimited lists in those. And then I'm saying, hey, there is a database log, an OLAP query log in my case, and a table in the production schema called product photo. What a curious name. Anyway, now forwarded record pointers are important. The idea here, when you have a heap and you have non-clustered indexes pointing to the heap, then at the leaf level of the non-clustered index, it has a record pointer, a row ID. And so it points directly to where the value is in the heap. Now, the problem with that is that if you modify the row in such a way that it needs to move to a different location, then the problem is that you've got these row IDs in the non-clustered indexes that would all need to be updated. So instead of doing that, SQL Server just puts a forwarding pointer there and points to the new location. And so you end up with sort of a double hop to get to the value. Now, that's not ideal. And the more of those that you have, obviously, the bigger impact that has. So we've included in here a count of the number of rows that have that sort of structure. Worth noting also, people say, well, what if it moves again? Well, no, they just go back and modify the original pointer. So you only ever get a single hop. You don't have it sort of chasing its tail throughout the table to find a particular row. But anyway, so this is, as I said, an update to the version that we had in, it's been around for quite a while as part of SDU Tools. Previously, it just had the schema name and the table name. So in this update, we've added the page count and the forwarded record count. I hope you find this tool useful. For more information or to download the tools, visit us at sqldownunder.com.